everybody, welcome back to Making It Up. I'm Isa, and today I have a super fun video for you guys. I always say that, but it's always true. Anyways, today I wanted to do something that I've been seeing online for a few weeks now. I first saw like a similar concept to what I'm doing today on Jamie Page's YouTube, where she did like picking her favorites of every category and just talking about them, of every makeup category. And then I saw Kate from State of Kate do like a full face of if she could only pick one product, one makeup product from every category. And I thought that was super fun. So I felt inspired by that and I wanted to do my own version of it. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through every step of my makeup routine, makeup application, and hypothetically pick only one product for my entire collection. So if I could only pick one product from each category, which would it be? Why? And I'm going to be applying it all on my face for your viewing pleasure and because I really need some makeup on my face right now. So if you're interested, you want to know which are basically my holy grail makeup products at the moment, then please make sure to keep watching because we're about to get into them. Okay, so let's get started. I'm actually going to start with my eyes because you guys know I always do eyes first. It's my thing. For primer, eye primer, I always use eye primer. I know there are people who don't, but I personally cannot live without it. My favorite is the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion. They have a lot of different ones. They have a variety. I like the classic. I like the tinted ones. The formula is very similar and it works perfectly. So I'm just gonna boop this on my lids. For my eyeshadow, if I could only pick one, that would kill me. If you saw my eyeshadow declutter, you know why. But realistically, it would 100% be the Natasha Denona Biba palette. This palette is unreal. It's amazing. It has all the neutrals you could ever want. It's expensive, like it definitely put a dent in my wallet, but honestly, I really, really love it. Okay, so I just feel like doing something simple, so I'm not gonna show you guys what I do, but I'm just gonna use some of the lighter shades and do a little something on my eye while we discuss the eyeshadows in this. I really like these eyeshadows because they are a very, very high quality. Like the price is steep, but they're great quality. And I think that compared to all of her other palettes, if you're a neutral person, or even if you're not, this one is the one that's worth it because not only is the quality really good, but the colors are very universal and you can use them for a lot of different things. So I feel like that makes it worth it. Something else that I love about this is that there's a really good mixture of like mattes and shimmers. There are like 3 shimmers in here that are super versatile, but they're even more mattes, which I appreciate a lot because mattes are just the foundation of any and every look. And the quality of both the mattes and the shimmers is superb. Like it's very, very good. And one last thing I love about this palette, I know I've been rambling about it for a while, these shadows are detachable, so they're magnetic and you can like stick them out. So if you only want to use a few or you want to travel with this palette, but it's a little too heavy, like I've actually done this before, like depot the shadows, put them in a Z palette and took them with me. No problem whatsoever. It worked perfectly. So that's just an extra bonus that I think is worth mentioning. Okay, for eyeliner, this was a tough one because I was not sure at all which liner I should pick, but ultimately I would pick the ColourPop Creme Gel liners. This one's in Honeydew, it's a nude, but I think I would obviously pick one that's like brown or black. I really love this formula. It stays amazingly on the waterline and also like on your lids, but it's also super versatile if you want to like use it to smudge it out or as a base for anything. So I think this could be just such a versatile product to have in my collection, plus it's super inexpensive. And yeah, I think it would be a lot more useful than only having a liquid liner that's dark because you can't really do much with a black liquid liner. It's very easy to apply as well. To finish off the eyes with mascara, I have so many mascara favorites that this one was very hard to narrow down, but I think I did, and I think you guys know which one I picked. I'm gonna go with the Tom Ford Badass Mascara. This is expensive, it's very dramatic, it makes my lashes look like falsies, and it's not a mascara that would be for every day, but I think I could tone it down for every day. Like, I cannot see myself living without this. Honestly, it's the best mascara. It's worth every penny. If I could only pick one, this would be the one that I would keep. Oh my god, it just works so well for my lashes, like. I mean, it's pretty iconic. I don't know what to say. Like, my lashes look amazing. This is the best mascara ever. Okay, so eyes are done. Let's move on to the brows. Now, I have 2 brow products. I couldn't just pick one. I need something that fills, something that sets. You know how it goes. So for brow filler, filling in the brow product, I am going with the Glossier Brow Flick in Brown. This is just amazing. It's a fine tip marker. It's so easy to use. It makes your brows look, you know, depending on what you do, but the strokes are so light. It makes everything look super natural and fluffy. I love it. It's lasted me quite a long time and it hasn't dried out yet. I really love it. And if I could only keep one product to fill in my brows, it would 100% be this one. You see, this just gives the brows like a really nice defined fluffy look, but it doesn't look like too much. It doesn't make your brows look blocky, which I don't like that look at all. It's just perfect for what I want to achieve with my brows. And to set, if I could only keep one brow gel setting thing, I would go with the Benefit 24-Hour Brow Setter. This is intense, it's intense, but you can definitely tone it down a little. I love that this is clear so that my brows don't look more intense if I apply color on top of color. And it just combs, what is English? I don't know. It just, you know, combs through the brows very well and makes them look super fluffy. And if you want that laminated look, you can also get it with this. But this just makes my brows look very natural and keeps them in place the whole time, which is something that I need because my brows are very unruly. Ugh, I love this. I haven't used it in a while, but it's amazing. It's so freaking good. Okay, so now I'm gonna go get rid of mascara smudges, you know it, and I'm gonna go into my face. Let's get to that. Okay, so we're moving on to the face. The first thing is face primer. I don't always use a face primer, but when I do, it's usually the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. This one is so nice because it is very hydrating, but also makes your makeup like stick. And it doesn't go anywhere, and it's perfect all year round, perfect for summer, perfect for winter. It's perfect even on its own. I actually already applied it on my skin because you do need to let it set for a minute or two before you go in with other products. Otherwise it can pill, but if you let it sit for a few minutes, you should be fine. This is amazing. A little bit goes a long way. And I just love how it makes my skin look. So for primer, it's this one or nothing. Quite literally. And then for foundation, that one was very tricky because as you guys know, if you watch my channel, I am not a high coverage girl. I don't love foundations, and whenever I do wear foundations, they're usually like MAC Face and Body and foundations that are very liquidy and very runny. But I was thinking like, I need something that is versatile. I need something, if I'm only keeping one foundation, I need something that can be super natural when I want it to be and super high coverage when I want it to be. And the Bite Beauty Changemaker Supercharged Micellar Foundation is exactly that for me. It's amazing. This is, I would say, more like a satin finish. And I'm just gonna go ahead right now and apply just a little bit of this, just so you can see. And you can just go in with a tiny bit of product and it can work. And you could also build it up, and it has really great coverage. So this one, it was kind of a no-brainer because of that, like because it is so versatile. And it feels nice on the skin too. Okay, so as you can see, this is a light layer of the foundation. It's looking really natural on my skin, and it barely even covered. It just kind of evened out everything, but I do have a bunch of breakouts right now, so I wasn't expecting it to cover a lot with the amount of product that I applied, but it feels great on my skin, and I know if I wanted more coverage, I can just build it up and get the coverage that I need. So that's why I would keep this one, because it's the most versatile and it's one of my favorite foundations that I've ever tried. Concealer was another super tricky one because there are so many concealers that I fucking love, but ultimately, I had to make a choice, and I chose a Milk Makeup Flex Concealer. This is one of my favorite concealers. It's one of the only concealers that I've gone through an entire tube and repurchased another one, so that says a lot about this. It's just perfect for my combo skin because the formula isn't too dewy or too dry. It makes my under eyes look great. It's kind of a medium buildable coverage, which is perfect because I do have really bad dark circles. But it just feels super lightweight, and it works on me. And if I want to build the coverage, I can. But for the most part, as you can see, it just covers everything very nicely, and it doesn't feel or look heavy. I also love this because it's a great face concealer. Some concealers are great under the eyes, but not great on the face. But since this one is more of a satin finish and it's kind of self-setting, it just works on the face as well. Which, if I'm only gonna have one concealer, I'm definitely gonna need it to work for my face. If I could only pick one powder to keep in my collection, it would be the Cover FX Perfect Setting Powder. This is amazing. I like it more than the Laura Mercier one because that one can tend to feel a little heavy. This one is perfect because it sets my face, but again, doesn't make it look or feel heavy, and it is a little more natural, so it doesn't mattify as much. This, I find that just makes my makeup last the longest and look the best. So of course I'm gonna pick it. It's hella expensive, I will say that, but it just works for me. I love it. Okay, once we've powdered everything, it's time to go on to the cheeks. Separate contour and bronzer because I think they're like two separate categories. If I could only pick one contour to keep in my collection, I would keep the Armani A contour in the shade 20 because this is a very nice subtle contour. I'm not someone who contours on the daily, and if I do, it's always gonna be very subtle. So this is like a sheer contour. Like, it's very sheer, and once you apply it on your skin, it does give you definition, but again, it doesn't look or feel like it's too much. It's just the tiniest bit. So it's the only contour that I ever reach for, to be honest with you. Like, I could probably get rid of my other contouring products. I don't have a ton, but you know, this could be just the one for me. It's amazing. It's expensive, yes, but it's worth it. For bronzer, this was another hard category because I love bronzers. I didn't know if I should pick a cream, a powder. It was a whole ordeal. Ultimately, I decided to go for my Makeup Forever Pro Bronze Fusion. This is one of the best bronzers. It's probably my favorite bronzer ever. It's also expensive, but this has lasted me for years. And I love this because it's kind of a gel formula, like a gel powder formula. So you apply it like a powder, but it blends in on your skin and it looks seamless. It almost looks like a cream. Like, do you see that? It doesn't look powdery or muddy, and it blends so well with other products. Like, it's everything. Like, it blends perfectly. I freaking love it. It's so easy to use, and again, a little goes a long way and it lasts a lot. So if I could only keep one, it would definitely be this bronzer. For blush, again, this was another really hard one because there are a ton of blushes that I love, but I think I would ultimately go for my Nars Exposed Cheek Palette. It's this one right here. I bought it a few years ago, and I just feel like it has everything that I need, like all the colors that I could need. It has like more neutral ones, more vibrant ones, but this has been discontinued. I know Nars comes out with palettes like this all the time. And again, it's an investment, but it's a really good one. Like, these last a long time, and I love this formula because it's very similar to the Pro Bronze Fusion one. But because this is discontinued, I wanted to give you an option that isn't discontinued, and they're the Cloud Paints by Glossier. Best, like, liquid blushes ever. They last super long, look very natural on the skin, and not only do they last long on your cheeks when you apply them, the tube lasts you a long time even if you use it every single day. So I really, really love these, specifically the more neutral peachy shades. They're just so, so good. So if I didn't have that palette, the Nars palette, these would definitely be it. But the Nars palette is just, you know, more versatile, and if I could only pick one thing, I'd pick the thing that has the most options, obviously. So I'm gonna go in with a more neutral peachy shade because why not? We're going natural today. For highlighter, I think this was the easiest one simply because I have shied away from highlighters for a while now, and I only ever use one, and that is a Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter. As a highlighter, it's everything. This, again, very expensive. We're noticing a theme here. This just looks like you're lit from within. Like, look at that. It doesn't look like I'm wearing a highlighter, and it just, oh my goodness. I think whether you apply this on top of your makeup like I have today or before applying all your makeup, it will always look super natural, like you're lit from within. No chunks of shimmer or glitter, and it's just what dreams are made of, truly. Like, I love this, and I could never see myself living without this. So this is a highlighter of choice. It's the best. Now to set all this in place, the only setting spray I could ever pick is the Urban Decay All Nighter setting spray. This is the best. The best. I've gone through so many of these. Love them so freaking much. Amazing formula, and it's a cult classic for a reason. People love it for a reason, and if I could only choose one, I mean, it's literally the only setting spray that I own, so that should tell you something. Moving on to lips. For lip liner, you guys already know Makeup Forever Artist Color Pencil in Endless Cacao. It's the only one for me. I fucking love this. You can also use this all over your face, but I exclusively use it for my lip liner. It's the best. Makes me look like I have bigger lips than I have, and it just goes with everything. And I love the formula, so it's a no-brainer. This is the only lip liner that I ever reach for. For lipstick, this was a hard one actually. Like, it was pretty hard. I have a ton of lipsticks that I love, but ultimately I went for the one that I reach for the most and that I think could work for literally any look, and that is the Glossier Cake Generation G lipstick. There's a lot of Glossier in here, but these lipsticks are everything to me. You guys know they're featured in my favorite lipsticks videos all the time for a reason. I love the formula, and this is just my perfect nude. Super comfortable formula, and if I could only pick one lipstick out of my whole collection, it would be this one. It just makes my lips look so good. Like, hides the lines, looks very blurred out and natural, like, oof. Amazing. Fucking love this so much. For lip gloss, I would definitely go for the Tower 28 Chill Shine On Lip Jelly. I have a lot of lip glosses that I love, but these are the ones that I kind of reach for the most. I'm just gonna apply a little bit of this with my finger because I don't want to fuck up the wand. It's just so nice. It's so hydrating. My lips need hydration all the time. And it's a clear gloss, so it goes with everything. You can apply it on top of everything, and you can even use it by itself. So, oh my god, look how juicy it made my lips look. I fucking love it. So that is the lips done. Okay, so we have come to the end. I've successfully picked one product out of every category, and I am very pleased. Like, these are honestly products that I gravitate toward, and I wouldn't be mad if these were the only products that I could use. I mean, I'd miss all my other products and experimenting, but I wouldn't be mad. If you enjoyed this video, then please, as always, make sure to give it a thumbs up. It helps me out a lot, and it lets me know that you guys are enjoying my content. And if you're into super easy and real makeup and beauty content, like today's video, then please make sure to subscribe. The button's down below. It would help my channel out a lot, and I would love to see you here every single week. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to go watch Jamie Page's video and Kate's video. I'll leave those down below because they're definitely what inspired this video. Thank you so much again, and I will see you in my next video. Bye everybody. Mwah.